Life is a journey, a tapestry woven with countless threads of moments. Each moment, a fleeting whisper of time, holds within it the potential for joy, sorrow, love, and growth. The past, though a valuable teacher, can also become a prison. We cling to memories of past hurts, allowing them to poison our present experience. The future, much like the past, can be a seductive illusion. We chase after dreams and ambitions, believing that happiness lies just beyond the horizon. We make plans, set goals, and strive for a better tomorrow, often at the expense of fully experiencing the present moment. The key to unlocking the power of now lies in recognizing that the present moment is all we ever have. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, but this present breath, this very instant, is where life unfolds in its entirety. Imagine for a moment the constant hum of a bustling city. Cars honking, sirens wailing, voices chattering, a cacophony of sound that never truly ceases. At the heart of this mental chatter lies the ego, our sense of self, constructed from past experiences, beliefs, and desires. The ego thrives on identification with thoughts, emotions, and external circumstances, constantly seeking validation and striving for control. The first step in unlocking the power of now is to simply recognize the present moment as it is, without judgment, without resistance, without the need to change or control it. It is about becoming aware of the present moment as the only moment that truly exists. The ego, my friends, is deeply identified with time. It dwells in the past, reliving memories, replaying conversations, and holding on to regrets. Beneath the surface of our thoughts, emotions, and perceptions lies a deep well of stillness. It is a place of peace, tranquility, and unwavering presence. A sanctuary within that is always accessible, regardless of our external circumstances. Life, my friends, can often feel like a dream. We move through our days on autopilot, lost in a haze of thoughts, worries, and routine. Awareness, my friends, is the key to unlocking the power of now. It is the ability to observe our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment, without getting swept away by them. Imagine for a moment that you are sitting beside a flowing river. The river represents the stream of your thoughts, emotions, and sensations. Cultivating presence, my friends, is not about achieving a state of perfection or eliminating all thoughts from our minds. It is about training our attention to rest in the present moment, to find moments of stillness amidst the busyness of life. Section 5. Freedom from suffering. The human mind, my friends, is a master storyteller. It loves to dwell in the past, replaying memories of hurt, regret, and disappointment. It also loves to project itself into the future, creating scenarios of anxiety, worry, and fear. It is through this incessant storytelling that the mind creates suffering. We suffer when we cling to the past, when we worry about the future, when we resist the present moment as it is. But the present moment The only moment that truly exists is free from suffering. It is only when we allow our minds to drag us out of the now that we experience pain and discontent. By cultivating awareness, by connecting with the witness within, we begin to free ourselves from this cycle of suffering. We learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, recognizing that they are simply passing phenomena, like clouds moving across the sky. As we become more present, we discover a deep sense of peace, joy, and freedom that is not dependent on external circumstances. We realize that true happiness is not something to be found in the future, but rather a state of being that is available to us in this very moment, if we only choose to embrace it. Section 1. The Breath as Anchor. The breath, my friends, is a sacred gift. It is the very essence of life, a constant rhythm that connects us to the present moment. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to forget the simplicity and power of our own breath. Yet it remains a steadfast anchor amidst the storms of the mind. Think of a ship caught in a raging sea. The anchor, though unseen beneath the waves, provides stability, preventing the ship from being tossed about and ultimately destroyed. Our breath acts in much the same way, grounding us in the present moment, offering a sense of peace amidst the turbulence of our thoughts and emotions. When anxiety threatens to overwhelm you, when the weight of the world feels heavy on your shoulders, take a moment to simply breathe. Close your eyes if you wish and turn your attention inward. Feel the cool air entering your nostrils, expanding your chest, and bringing life-giving oxygen to every cell in your body. As you exhale, release any tension, any worry, any fear that you may be holding. Let it go with the breath, like a feather floating on the wind. With each inhale and exhale, you are returning to the present moment, to the sanctuary of your own being, where peace and stillness reside. Section 2. Embracing the Senses. The world is a symphony of sensations, a vibrant tapestry of sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and textures. Yet how often do we move through life oblivious to the richness of our sensory experience? Distracted by thoughts, lost in worry, we become numb to the beauty that surrounds us. To truly unlock the power of now, we must awaken our senses, becoming present to the symphony of life unfolding around us in every moment. Take a moment now to pause and truly see the world around you. Notice the play of light and shadow, the intricate details of a leaf, the vibrant colors of a flower. Listen to the soundscape of your environment, the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, the laughter of children playing. Inhale the sweet scent of freshly cut grass, the earthy aroma of rain, the comforting smell of freshly baked bread. Savor the taste of your food, the sweetness of ripe fruit, the tang of a lemon. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, the coolness of a breeze, the softness of a loved one's touch. By consciously engaging with our senses, we bring ourselves fully into the present moment, experiencing the world with a childlike sense of wonder and appreciation. Living in the now is not about becoming a passive observer, detached from the world around us. It's about bringing a heightened sense of awareness and intention to everything we do, from the simplest tasks to the most challenging situations. Imagine washing the dishes, not as a chore to be rushed through, but as an opportunity to connect with the present moment. Feel the warmth of the water on your hands, the slipperiness of the soap, the smooth surface of each plate. As you engage in this simple act, your mind will inevitably wander. Thoughts will arise, worries will surface, plans for the future will dance in your head. This is natural. Simply notice these thoughts without judgment and gently guide your attention back to the task at hand. Approach every activity with this same sense of mindful awareness. When you're walking, pay attention to the rhythm of your steps, the feel of the ground beneath your feet. When you're eating, savor each bite, noticing the flavors, textures, and aromas. By bringing conscious presence to even the most mundane activities, we transform them into opportunities for mindfulness, for connecting with the present moment, and for experiencing a deeper sense of peace and joy. Life, my friends, is not always sunshine and roses. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of pain and suffering. It is in these difficult times that the practice of living in the now becomes even more crucial. When faced with adversity, it's easy to get swept away by negative thoughts and emotions. We may dwell on the past, replaying mistakes and harboring regrets. Or we may project fearfully into the future, imagining worst-case scenarios that only amplify our suffering. However, it is precisely in these moments of darkness that we have the greatest opportunity for growth and transformation. By bringing awareness to our negative thoughts and emotions, we can begin to loosen their grip on us. Instead of trying to suppress or ignore difficult emotions, acknowledge them with compassion and understanding. Allow yourself to feel the pain, the sadness, the anger, without judgment. Observe these emotions as they arise, like waves crashing on the shore, and then gently guide your attention back to your breath, your anchor in the present moment. We often associate happiness with grand achievements, exotic vacations, or the acquisition of material possessions. Yet true joy, the kind that emanates from within, can be found in the simplest, most ordinary moments of our lives. It's the warmth of the sun on your face on a crisp autumn day. It's the sound of rain drumming on the roof as you curl up with a good book. It's the laughter of a loved one, the shared meal with family, the quiet moment of solitude in nature. The present moment, my friends, is a treasure trove of simple joys, often overlooked in our relentless pursuit of something more, something better, something other than what is. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude and appreciation for the present moment, we open ourselves up to a world of beauty and wonder that was always there, hidden in plain sight. Take a moment each day to appreciate the small things. The taste of your morning coffee, the comfort of your favorite chair, the sound of birdsong outside your window. These seemingly insignificant details, when viewed through the lens of present moment awareness, become sources of profound joy and contentment. Sarah rushed through the crowded city streets, her mind a whirlwind of to-do lists and anxieties. Deadlines loomed, bills piled up, and her phone buzzed incessantly. Suddenly, a young boy stepped in front of her, eyes wide with wonder at a street performer. Sarah, startled, almost bumped into the child, muttering an apology. He looked up at her with a smile so pure it stopped her in her tracks. She returned the boy's smile, feeling warmth spread through her. As she continued on her way, her worries seemed less burdensome. John, burdened by his past, sought solace in nature. Haunted by regrets, he struggled to be present. The past clung to him like a shadow. One afternoon, he took a walk in the woods. The scent of pine needles grounded him. He walked, replaying old arguments. The same self-defeating thoughts spun in his head. He stopped by a small stream. A leaf caught in an eddy mirrored his struggle. John saw himself in that leaf. He shifted his attention to his surroundings, noticing the bark, sunlight, and breeze. He listened to the forest sounds. Breathing deeply, he grounded himself. Peace settled over him. The stories in his head lost their power. He experienced life with greater presence. Maria loved hosting dinner parties. Her home, filled with the aroma of spices and the sound of laughter, was a testament to her warmth and generosity. She delighted in creating elaborate meals for her friends, transforming her dining room into a haven of shared stories, heartfelt conversations, and genuine connection. One Friday evening, as Maria put the finishing touches on a feast prepared for her closest friends, she received an unexpected phone call. It was her sister, Elena. calling to apologize for not being able to make it to dinner. Elena had a reputation for being unreliable, and Maria, though disappointed, tried not to let it show in her voice. "Don't worry about it," she said, forcing a cheerful tone. "These things happen. We'll miss you, though." But as she hung up the phone, a wave of familiar resentment washed over her. Maria loved her sister dearly, but Elena's flakiness often triggered old wounds, old patterns of feeling overlooked and underappreciated. As she greeted her arriving guests, a part of her couldn't shake the feeling of disappointment, the lingering resentment that threatened to cast a shadow over the evening. As the evening progressed, however, something shifted within Maria. Surrounded by the warmth and love of her friends, engaged in lively conversation and heartfelt laughter, she felt a sense of gratitude wash over her. She realized that her happiness, her sense of fulfillment, didn't hinge on her sister's presence or absence. It came from within, from her own capacity to choose joy in the present moment, to appreciate the blessings in her life rather than focusing on what was missing. For years, Anna had carried the weight of resentment and anger towards her ex-husband Mark. Their divorce, acrimonious and painful, had left her feeling betrayed, heartbroken, and deeply wounded. The memory of his actions, his hurtful words, played on repeat in her mind, a constant source of pain and bitterness. She had tried to move on, to create a new life for herself and her children, but the past clung to her like a heavy cloak, weighing her down, preventing her from experiencing the fullness of joy and peace in the present moment. One day, while attending a workshop on mindfulness and forgiveness, Anna had a profound realization. The facilitator spoke about the corrosive nature of resentment, how holding on to anger and bitterness only served to poison the person harboring those emotions. He explained that forgiveness was not about condoning the actions of another, but about releasing oneself from the grip of the past, about choosing to let go of the pain and resentment that were keeping her trapped in a cycle of suffering. Anna realized that by clinging to her anger, she was only prolonging her own pain. She was allowing Mark's actions, which were in the past and could not be changed, to continue to hurt her in the present moment. The process of forgiveness was not easy. It required courage, compassion, and a willingness to confront her own pain. But as Anna began to practice forgiveness, she felt a weight lift from her shoulders. The bitterness that had consumed her for so long began to dissipate, replaced by a sense of peace and lightness. Section 5. The Gift of Presence. David, a successful businessman, prided himself on multitasking, juggling career and family demands. Yet he lost sight of the simple joys of being present with his loved ones. His wife Sarah urged him to slow down and be more present with her and their daughter Lily. But David, caught up in work, brushed aside her concerns. One evening, Lily asked, "Daddy, why are you always looking at your phone?" David realized he was physically present, but mentally elsewhere. That night, he decided to be truly present with his family. He started small, reading bedtime stories without distractions, taking Lily to the park on weekends, and having dinner with Sarah without distractions. Gradually, David experienced joy and connection he never thought possible. He delighted in Lily's laughter and the joy of being present. He rediscovered the joy of simply being present with his wife. Section 1. The Journey Inward. Life, my friends, is a journey, and like all journeys, it takes us through a myriad of landscapes, both beautiful and challenging. We've journeyed together now through the pages of Eckhart Tolle's profound work, The Power of Now. And as we reach the end of this exploration, we find ourselves at a crossroads. The path we've traveled has taken us deep within ourselves, beyond the clamor of our thoughts, beyond the illusions of past and future, into the very heart of the present moment. We've explored the nature of our minds, the ego's grip on our perceptions, and the transformative power of awareness. We've learned that the present moment is not a concept to be grasped intellectually, but a living reality to be experienced directly, with every fiber of our being. It's in the stillness of the present moment, free from the weight of past regrets and future anxieties, that we discover our true nature, our connection to something far greater than ourselves. This journey inward, however, is not a destination, but an ongoing process, a lifelong practice of awakening to the truth of who we truly are. It's about cultivating presence in every aspect of our lives, from the simplest tasks to the most challenging encounters. Section 2. The Ripple Effect. As we integrate the principles of presence and mindfulness into our own lives, something remarkable begins to happen. The transformation we experience within ourselves ripples outward, touching the lives of those around us in ways we may never fully comprehend. When we approach life with a greater sense of presence, we bring a different quality of attention to our interactions with others. We listen more deeply, speak with greater kindness, and act with greater compassion. Our relationships, both personal and professional, are enriched by this newfound presence. We become more patient, more understanding, more forgiving of ourselves and others. The walls of separation that once divided us begin to crumble, replaced by bridges of empathy and connection. This ripple effect extends beyond our immediate circle, influencing the world around us in subtle yet profound ways. When we are grounded in the present moment, we are less likely to react impulsively, to be driven by fear or anger. Section 3. Embrace the Now. As we conclude our exploration of the power of now, let us remember this. The present moment is all we ever have. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, but this precious breath, this very instant, is where life unfolds in its entirety. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life, to be swept away by the currents of our thoughts, to lose ourselves in the pursuit of future happiness. But the truth is, true happiness, true fulfillment, is not something to be found in the future. It's available to us right here, right now, in the depths of the present moment. So, my friends, I invite you to embrace the now. Embrace it fully, without reservation, without conditions. Embrace the beauty of this moment, the miracle of your own existence. Allow yourself to be present to the simple joys of life, the warmth of the sun, the laughter of a child, the taste of a ripe strawberry. Meet each moment with an open heart, a curious mind, and a willingness to experience life in all its fullness. The power of now is within your grasp. Reach out and claim it.